Hello, welcome. That was
Hello,
him, not
everybody.
me this time.
That was not me. I'm a professional. I'm a professional. I would ask you how you've
Real
been, but I
professional.
saw you 2 days ago, so I don't imagine much has changed.
Yeah, I recovered a little. You didn't have time to recover. You had to drive, but that first day I definitely took some downtime and said, "Oh shit, I'm more tired than I think I am."
I did too. Even yesterday, we got home early because we stayed in Cincinnati. But yesterday I was like, oh, I need to get on here and do my project. And I got on the computer for like 10 minutes, and I was like, I'm not doing this right now. I just got up early and did it. But
Yeah.
Cincinnati wasn't too bad. Got to go to a bookstore, but the fucking hot tub was the least hot tub I've ever been in my life.
Oh yeah, the raccoon nut hot tub.
Yeah, that one. But I did go to the bookstore and I got a bunch of books.
Oh, let's see. Let's see the
This
the
isn't just
load.
from that bookstore. This is the books I got from when I was down there, which I think you saw that one, and then stuff I've got off Whatnot. The first one's this one, which I'm excited about. It's might be hard to read, but it's Andersonville, a story of the rebel military prisons. So it's about the military prisons during World War II or the Civil War. Sorry.
Yeah. That bookstore is super cool. I mean, it's super unorganized. I mean, not super, but you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, he has Bibles from the 1600s in there, and
Go to if they have them down there, go to a half price bookstore. Same concept, way better layout. Then I got this one off Whatnot, the CIA and the Cult of Intelligence. Just going through the index, this one should be pretty sweet.
when's it written?
It's older. I think this one is. I was looking at that earlier. I want to say it was. I could be wrong. I want to say it was the 60 or no 74. 74.
Which will be cool to bounce off what we know today to what they were talking about back then.
Yeah. Then the
Yeah.
other one I got. This is it's another older one, but it's In Search of Enemies, a CIA story. So this is after Saigon falls, and then the CIA immediately moving to Angola, and
Okay.
being like, okay, how can we fuck that up over there? So I got those two. This is another one. It's Taking Sides, the relationship between Israel and America.
Is
I'm
that a
excited
newer
about
book?
this one. I don't think it's incredibly new. Let me look. But this is one that guy I keep showing you interesting book reviews. He talks about it a lot. No, so this is just a reprint. It was originally published in 98.
Okay. So not old, but yeah.
This I got in Cincinnati. This has a lot of good stuff into it. I'm actually going to bring this up later tonight if we make it to the UFO stuff. But the UFO cover up, this is a really good one. And like the majority of it is like documents and all types of stuff.
Oh,
Put
nice.
that there.
Yeah.
This is another one. I got this one off Whatnot, which it's pretty cool. It's the implosion conspiracy. So this is all about the Rosenbergs, the wife and husband who sold the nuclear
Yep.
secrets.
Yep.
So it's all about that. It's actually signed by this guy, Louis Nizer. Don't say it too fast, or somebody will think you said the N word. But especially you, you have a problem with that.
Yeah.
And then this one, I showed you this one, but Rise and Kill First: The Secret History of Israel's Target Assassinations.
Oh, yeah, that one I might ask you to send me when you're done.
Yeah, but
And then
yeah,
all I got, you saw it too, which is again covers with the our channel is tell me what you see. It's
mm,
about remote viewing. It's about Major Ed Dames, who is a big part of it, but yeah.
yeah. If you guys are interested in these type of books, don't go to Barnes and Noble. Like they have
No.
some stuff there, but you've got to go. You've got to go to the used bookstores to find this type of stuff. Like that's the place to
Well,
go.
because so many of these books don't really do well on the grand, like, you know what
No,
I mean? So they get pulled out of print early. So it's not something that, Barnes and Nobles is going to keep stocked. It's there was their original order and that's it. So
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you want to start with the whole Charlie Kirk thing?
Yeah. I think that's good. I very loosely touched on it last night, and Wednesday, and got some ideas.
Stranded in Dusseldorf.
The hell? Is that
How'd
Middle Earth?
happen? Yeah, that's Harry Potter. That sounds like a Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah.
But what all did you guys talk about as far as pertaining to the Charlie Kirk case?
Not much, just like feelings on it, like if it's gonna be a steamroll, like if we're ever really gonna learn anything from it, like, which I don't think we will,
No, here's the thing. It's gonna be like the JFK situation. We're gonna be able to tell what happened in like 20 years from now. Not even really. There's a lot of shit out there already. But the government's never going to tell us exactly what happened.
Oh, no.
Like,
no.
They're just not going to.
And I think it's almost out there. Like, it's not. Like, I understand, like, a bad load. I understand all this stuff when it comes to, but like, does anyone at this point really believe he was shot by 30-06 in the neck at less than 200 yards, whatever it was, 300 yards, and it bounced off his spine and went down into his chest? Like, I mean, come on. So I think like
No.
it's just more, it's going to be more of this bullshit where it's in your face and whatever. Yep. He's guilty,
No. And then what's her name? Candace Owens. She's getting sued by the security guy from the Sean Ryan podcast. She's getting sued by him apparently for, I don't even know, some bullshit. But then it comes out, Ben Shapiro came out, it was early this week, and he said that Charlie's security team called Ben's
I covered that.
team. Oh, you did?
Yep.
That's crazy. Like
when all that's going on, that they were like, oh no, we need to call Ben Shapiro's security team and keep them up to date on exactly what's happening. That's a little weird.
It's a little suspicious. Like they weren't a part of the same company. It's not like they were the same security team reporting to their higher ups or nothing like that. So what the fuck are we supposed to think of that? That's normal for a dude to be shot in the neck, bleeding out with you in a vehicle, and for you to take the time to call a dude uninvolved?
Yeah, no, that makes no sense. But what do you got? What else do you got? I know, was that what you had, was the Shapiro thing?
No, I got a few other things, because they did release the videos of the interviews with this Lance Twig guy, and he is not who he was presented as. But I did find this video, and I found it pretty interesting, and it made me think I have to start looking at people's earlobes.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't look at people's earlobes enough when it comes to this shit. But we'll go ahead and play this real quick. Pretty interesting video. This is from Jesse on Fire.
The suspect's ears, I realize this is the AI enhanced one, but you can see that the ears are very visible. This guy's earlobes are not attached. Not attached earlobes. Tyler Robinson, however, attached earlobes. His earlobes are attached. Now let's look at something else very important to what we're doing here today. Take a look at the shoes on the suspect. Take a really hard look at those shoes. A really hard look, and look at details. Those do not appear to be black. Those appear to be gray. Okay. Now, sometimes coloration on photos can be tricky or whatever. So when you see these pictures of Tyler Robinson wearing black Chucks, looks like they're, there might be the same shoes, maybe, as long as you don't zoom in and recognize that these are Tyler Robinson's, and they have a stripe right there next to the laces. And these ones, which are the suspects, do not. How about those shoes? Do these, right? Do these look like the shoes? Let me go back here. Those are the shoes from the suspect, right? Those are also shoes. Now, the laces are different, but the shoes are the same. Let's see if we can scroll up and see who's in that picture. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that Lance Twiggs? Is that Lance Twiggs wearing the exact shoes that the shooter was wearing? And now let's bring the whole thing home, okay? if you look at the two, it's very challenging for me to see how anyone would look at the suspect photo and go, yeah, I think that's the guy on the right. But listen, I am just a human being that can't just look and pick out specific features and then mathematically try to match them to the middle picture. However, maybe you guys have heard there are AI tools that now exist that can do that. So let's just take a look, right? So facial structure comparison summary. No, this document does not make any claims of identity. It only compares general facial structure and proportions between images for similarity analysis. Overview. The goal is to assess which person, left or right, shared closer facial structure features to the middle person wearing the sunglasses. The comparison focused only on consistent anatomical landmarks. Lance Twiggs is on the left and Tyler Robinson is on the right. Face shape, Lance. Jawline curve, Lance. Chin point, Lance. Nose bridge width, Lance. Eye to brow distance, Lance. Face length versus width, Lance. Huh.
That seems weird to me though. That middle picture is so pixelated and so garbled. I mean, that one
Yeah.
isn't, but the picture that he's showing that the AI went off of seems like a court tactic. Like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, the court was using AI enhanced images in the fucking courtroom.
yeah.
So
I mean, and that's where I think it's not yet, AI is not yet like, I think, super viable. Now, when it comes to documents and stuff like that, yeah, but when it comes to stuff like that, I think that'll be something that'll be thrown out. Just personally, I don't think it's there yet. If they showed that exact thing with that pixelated picture in the middle and comparing it to a dude who has a head thing on, like they definitely should have more pictures other than that to compare it to.
Well, and one of the times I was watching the court proceedings, they did not show one of the videos they were alleging showed. Apparently, it was this video that showed Tyler Robinson taking the shot, and it was good enough video for it to be shown that it was Tyler Robinson taking the shot. They did not show that video to the media, and it was AI enhanced. It was AI enhanced. So,
but that's like, where I'm saying, like, that doesn't add up to in court to me. If I was on the jury, I'd say, well, like, how easy is it for AI to enhance certain things to make someone look a little more like someone else? It's pretty easy. I mean, you look at the old Photoshop pros of the back in the day, before there was AI, that were very good at that. Like, to me, that's not like that. If I were on the jury, I'd be like, nah, throw that shit out. But
I would tend to agree. But I mean, we've talked about it before. There's no way this guy is not going to jail.
Oh no, yeah, he's the fall. He's the fall guy. He's done.
One thing I wanted to bring up with this is Lance Twiggs. We can play this video real quick and then I'll talk about it afterwards. Kind of my thoughts.
What a shirt. I want that shirt.
Also, he's reading Brandon Sanderson's. He's reading the Way of the King series, just so everybody knows. Let's go ahead and pause it there. Now, what did they tell us about Lance Twiggs when this all first happened? Remember how he was described?
Fill us in.
You don't remember?
I don't know. Like, you know me.
All right,
I like
he was transitioning to a female. He was a furry. Does this match that at all?
No, that to me, that doesn't. To me, that's very, I I mean, I can't really judge someone based on that, but that's like a man.
Yeah,
Like,
that does not.
That's a guy.
Yes,
Yeah.
he has scruffle, like, you know what I'm saying?
And sideburns.
Yeah,
And yeah.
That's-
keep
that's
going.
what I took from this. Is like this is not
Quex,
the
are you
person
joining?
they described us to
I
be.
don't know if you said you were joining tonight or not. I know you sent stuff, but I'm sorry, I've been distracted, but here I'm gonna send it just in case.
No, you're good. Go ahead. But that's
Yeah,
what stood out to me is like that dude is I don't know. And then the other thing, going back to that first video we played, and the guy's he's not saying it, but he's making the insinuation that Lance Twiggs could have been the guy who took the shot at Charlie Kirk. And I don't think he was shot by a 30-06. So like, I don't know what to make of that, you know, like.
No. 16 minutes in, count it.
That's crazy. 16 minutes in and we're on our first piss break, everybody. L's in the chat for piss breaks, or maybe P's in the chat for piss breaks. But I'll pull this up why my co-host has abandoned me. Okay, well, I mean, whenever you can join, Quex, just join. But this next clip I'm going to play, I'll wait till Mr. P gets back. Oh, now he's calling himself Matt. That's what I'm saying. No pissing before 30 minutes. You have a child bladder. But this next clip, it's an old clip, but I found it pretty interesting because it's Charlie Kirk defending Candace Owens when she worked for Ben Shapiro. And it's more of the reaction from the people around Charlie that kind of interested me. I'll go ahead and add this to the stage and pull it up real quick.
Go ahead, play it. I'm here.
Hold on. She ain't taking money from you, Ben. She's earning money.
So if you guys can't see it, this is a tweet from Ben Shapiro. By the way, Candace Owens is his employee at the time. Says, Candace, if you feel that taking money from the Daily Wire somehow comes between you and God, by all means quit.
Hold on. She ain't taking money from you, Ben. She's earning money, okay? What, you accusing her to be a thief? I got to be honest. What are you doing here, man? Candace, if you feel like taking money, whoa, taking money? Does she not provide a podcast that you monetize? Yeah. You employ her to drive value for your company.
Subscriptions.
Are you exactly? By the way, how many times have I been pushed a Daily Wire Plus ad with Candace's face? Candace, if you feel that taking money, I don't. Jack, am I nitpicking here, or is
I think it's nitpicking a little bit?
Jack, am I nitpicking?
Well, Candace, if you feel that taking money from the Daily Wire somehow comes between you and God, by all means, quit. And
that's pretty good.
Yeah, and so
that's actually
hold on. I got to keep doing. I'm sorry to. Hold on. She ain't taking.
So I thought that was interesting because that was really one of the first times you saw the divide between Ben Shapiro and a lot of the other conservatives, Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk. And the people around him were like, oh, you're being you're being picky going after Ben. You're being picky going after the pro-Israel guy when he was just defending Candace Owens, who, by the way, at the time, she was not supposed to say Christ is king on the Daily Wire because Ben Shapiro's Jewish. Like, that was the whole deal why she left the Daily Wire.
Here's the real thing. And it's kind of come up in my head a few times. Sorry. Little off subject, but not. Could Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens have maybe been bumping uglies?
Why would?
I mean,
what does that lead? What does that lead to? You think I'm confused.
It leads to, I mean, just the defense of each other. It leads to her sticking to something. You know me.
I mean, yeah, sure, it's possible they hung out a lot. Like, anything's possible.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, even if they didn't, like, they spent so much time together. Dude gets shot in the neck It's a valid response without that, in my opinion.
Quex agrees with me. No, it is. It's a valid response either way, but I feel like there is very possibly, and maybe that gets brought up and shoved in. We'll see. It probably won't, but
No, I don't think so. It would
one of
already
them
been out
court
there.
case things that, yeah.
It would already been out there. Everybody hates Candace. All her messages get leaked all the fucking time. So that's just my opinion, though. Like, if that shit was out there, it would have got released by now. Just my opinion, but
Jay and Silent Bob. I'm Silent Bob now. Have a stick of butter. Or are you saying something else? But yeah.
who? Jay and Silent Bob. I like that. You're
No,
Silent Bob. Okay.
it's instead of Sleepy Joe, it's Sleepy Jay. That's what happened Wednesday. He was just being Sleepy Jay. He said, I took a long ride. I need to take a nap. Little did we know he was in some raccoon nut hot water. That's what he was doing. He was sitting in a lukewarm nut bath.
I was in a hotel that couldn't even get a hot tub right. How good do you think their Wi-Fi was? Exactly.
This is true. This is true.
This video was curious. This is from Telegram. So we'll see how well it works over here. But I thought this one was pretty interesting. So we really don't need to watch the video, but this is an Israeli official who was sent to Venezuela to design a national plan for the reconstruction and demolition of buildings after earthquakes, led by the chief staff of the Home Front Command. I was watching it and can't really see it here, but I was like, why would an Israeli official be sent to Venezuela as like some type of earthquake expert? And then it hit me. Oh, it's no. It hit me. It's not because they're an earthquake expert. It's because they're demolition experts. Because I looked it up. Israel's not even in the top 150 countries for earthquakes. So it's not that. They're not experts in, building infrastructure designed to withstand earthquakes. They get 4 earthquakes a year. For reference, Indonesia, the number 1 ranked country, gets like 1,300. So, but they are masters of destroying shit, bringing bulldozers in, tearing people's house down. Like, that's crazy. What's up? Hold on.
What's up, man? I don't know you. Appreciate you stopping by. JPS Ragus or JP.
What's up, dude?
Yeah. Appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah, one more stream. You gotta put on a diaper. That's right. And then I found this one too. So hopefully these pop up a little bit bigger when I pull them up, but I haven't shared something from Telegram before.
Oh, okay. Oh, you can't make it full screen. I can't see shit.
No, I'm sorry, guys, but let me see if I control mouse wheel, if it brings it up any better.
There you go.
That any better?
I can see the video now. Yeah.
Okay, it's not a video, but I wanted to bring this up because I'm in a few Telegram channels from people from Lebanon, and they were like outraged at this ceasefire deal from their perspective. And I started going through that channel, seeing what some of they were talking about, and that agreement, like there's riots going on in Lebanon right now, people in the streets protesting and everything, because that agreement gave Israel the right to occupy southern Lebanon until they can verify that Hamas, or it's not Hamas, it's the Houthi rebels in Lebanon, until they can verify that the Houthi rebels are no longer there. So you can see the lines here of where the Lebanon border is and then where they are allowed to occupy to. And I don't have the video saved, I apologize, but some Israeli officials came out and they just straight up said, yeah, we're not leaving. Like, you're muted, by the way, but it's just crazy, dude. They set up this peace deal, and in the peace deal, it said, yeah, Israel can occupy southern Lebanon, no big deal. Which, I mean, the reason the Lebanese people are protesting is because their government agreed to it. Can't imagine they had too much of a choice, because, you know, at the end of the day, you're Lebanon. We're talking about the United States, Iran, Israel. Even if you throw in the Gulf countries, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, you don't have that much power.
Yeah,
So,
they're caught in the middle of a bad situation.
Right. But at the same time, you're sacrificing part of your country that you know you're not getting back. Like, there's no history of this.
I don't. Do you think that, like, and that's what will be shocking to me, and that's what I think should be shocking to the rest of the world, right? Like, if they're that emboldened, right? Like, that they don't leave, that they're just like, yeah, now this is part of Israel. Like, that to me has to be such an incredible wake up call to the whole world. I know you're
They've been
shaking
doing
your
it
head,
the
but,
whole
like,
history of the country.
I
The
know,
whole
but
history of
it's
Israel, they've
I
been
mean,
doing this.
I know, but it's 2026 now, like, and then at the same time, depending how Ukraine ends, they might say the same thing. Well, Russia does it.
I mean, they don't even need that justification. Like, Russia gets called, you know, the biggest threat to the Western world when they do it. When it happens over here, or when it happens to them, like, we call it out. But
Take
who
a
the
ditch
fuck are
for
we?
Mitch. Yeah. Old Mitch is gone. He's gone.
Who's Mitch?
McConnell, I think he's talking about.
Oh, is he actually dead now? I know he's been like brain dead for a couple
I
days.
don't know if he's dead, but he's been brain dead for years, dude. That dude.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, clinically brain dead. And ironically, this is crazy. His wife.
Oh, he said, yep, he's dead.
Wow. His wife, after that last spell that happened where he was like clinically dead and they took him to the hospital, his wife went back to China, like, suspiciously. Like,
she went back to report the poison work.
Exactly. No. She didn't report the poison work. She reported the gig's up. He's like really dead
5 days ago. Quex just said.
Really?
And I hope you can stick around, August. That's just what I'm going to call you, because that's what, you know. But I will say here, we were originally strong Trump supporters, and I think Iran was a part of his plan. But I think he's kind of bought out now. I think we both can agree with that, and we're fine to have a discussion about it. But I think we're both kind of on the page that I think Iran was good. We need to get out of the Middle East, but now you have Proposition 219 on the NDAA. So now, like, we're not getting out of the Middle East. We're just giving them partial control of all of our military assets and funding and research and yeah. But I'm glad. Yeah.
It's a backdoor to where the funding doesn't even have to be disclosed. That's what it is.
Yeah, we don't have to give them $4 billion anymore. Now they have access to 1.3 trillion of R&D and spending. So, but I like that. That's why I like he was like, yep, he's cool with it, because too many people, when we've said that shit, have just been and freaked out and left and called us crazy stuff. But yeah, sorry, I just want to make that known. I don't want you to waste your time and stick around and then hear us say we don't really agree anymore. Yeah, sorry, Jay, go ahead.
No, you're good. Mateus said a good point. He said, to be fair, Islamic militias are running rampant because they didn't like the response of their own government to the initial Israeli strikes in Lebanon. I mean, yeah, I'm not arguing the fact that there are definitely Houthi rebels in southern Lebanon who are doing heinous shit.
Oh, for sure. I'm not
arguing.
He's 100% right on that, is because certain people, one, whether they're funded by Iran, or two, whatever the case may be, the government wasn't acting out. So these militias and separatist groups said, all right, we're going to take it into our own hands. And in some of those countries, they were just as powerful, if not more powerful than the government as it is. They're just allowing the government to be there to keep things like, and that's my big thing is a lot of these terrorist organizations and everything, like it is, and they're moving forward. They're like, it is 2026 to them as well. They know, like, maybe, you know, living under just their title and occupying a country and doing all this isn't good for you know, public relations. So they say, yeah, run your government, do it, and we're just in the background. It makes complete sense. It's not weird. Yeah. So I completely agree. Maybe it got to that point, and they're not going to spend the time to try to overthrow a government. And when this is going on elsewhere, they're going to be like, okay, we can just, you know, send our missiles and mortar strikes and artillery over there, and we can force the hand that way.
Yeah. The Middle East is in a terrible state right now. Like, people need to look into what's going on in Iraq right now. Iraq just changed leadership, and they have been rounding people up, even in the green zone. Like, you can look up the videos. What's up, Kinsley?
What's up?
You can look up videos coming out right now. They're driving tanks through the streets, even in the green zone, and just rounding up all these politicians that they're saying is corrupt. They probably are corrupt. But it's, even Iraq's like crazy right now. Like, I'm what do you say? I'm mainly talking about the things that are happening in New York. Seems all of
New York
BS
is fucking wild, man. And I think New York, sorry, we're getting sidetracked again, but we like it. We like this type of thing. August is it almost seems like New York and some of the Northeast is like almost a test bed right now. Like, they're pushing this shit and they're doing this weird shit, and they're saying, like, can we get away with this? And then I feel like it really is just going to move from there. Well, we could push the envelope this far, so we know we can get away with this. It's like, you know, it's the 2 steps forward, 1 step back type thing that governments and things like that like to do. Like, we push too far. Okay, all right, here's a little bit back, but you still didn't get it all back. They still made progress. Yes. It's all a social experiment. Oh, okay, now we can push this far here. All right, pull it back. You got some stuff back, but not everything. And it's kind of
yeah, New York's crazy right now. The craziest part is that they tried to tell people that they had to set their ACs to 78 degrees. You want a revolution? Lock my AC and tell me I have to start it at 78 degrees.
Hell no.
Fucked. Quex is in.
Man.
Quex is in here. Like, are you fucking bitching about 78 degrees? Like, what this guy say? What in the Jew slop is this? Make Israel great again. Mamdani is half Jew in the Epstein files. Pictures with him, his mother, and Epstein. Did he arrest Netanyahu like he said?
He's being funny. Yeah.
I'm gonna be confused. I'm confused, brother. I'm not too sure what you're getting at. If you're saying
no,
he's watch the show. You say your AC is 78?
Brother.
Good for you, brother.
Good for you, man. Dude, I'm a big sweaty man.
I can't do it.
If I try to sleep, I was in Thailand for 3 months. Okay, like I've done. Nope.
Yeah, dude. I'm not setting my AC. I'm not setting my AC to 78. I would melt.
Need their dads to help save money. I don't know what that means, but yeah. He's
probably saying
76. 68 is my comfort zone. I mean, I know I can survive in sleeping in 90-degree weather. That's fine. But do I want to? Do I have the ability and the means to set my AC to 68? Yes. So
yeah, I've slept in the hottest shit you could imagine. I don't want to. I'll pay the fucking electricity bill. Like
Quex chimed in.
I know, that's what I said.
He's sleeping in 90 degrees right now. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Quex is going to be like, stop bitching. But I have this video. We might as well show this. This is some Orthodox Jews in Israel. They're protesting because they have started locking
We're gonna
up.
do it Monday, Kinsley. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. ADHD.
No, you're good. They're protesting because they started locking up these Orthodox Jews who are pacifists, who are not willing to serve in the IDF because they're fucking pacifists. So these Orthodox Jews broke in. I don't know how they broke in. These are crazy big gates. But anyways, they got into this whatever. I don't want to say base. It kind of looks like a base, but got into this place and they got in one of the most pitiful fights you'll ever see. This is as big as I can make it, unfortunately. I'll try to zoom in a little bit once I start playing. Oh, hold on.
Holy fucking shit. What is going on in Israel? So basically, there was hundreds of Orthodox Jews stormed a military base in protest of a draft dodger. So basically, someone that the IOF wanted to enlist basically dodged it. So he didn't join the IOF. Good man. I can respect that. But so yeah, he got arrested, and this is the outcome, man. Hundreds and hundreds of Orthodox Jews stormed this base, and yeah, this is how they treat their own people. So you can imagine what they do to the.
Look at these fucking fat guys. This guy was over here breathing heavy after that. Also, this is how I know the IDF supremacy is bullshit, because working with some of these Middle Eastern countries, like the Saudi army, they were terrible, and they had the same uniform standards as these guys. The uniform standard is you can wear whatever the fuck you want. Like,
Well,
you guys got.
The only thing I want to touch on is we're making a big point about this about the IDF and stuff, that there's mandatory service, right? There's multiple countries that do this same fucking thing, man. Like,
Yeah, I'm
just saying, like, this, to me, this is kind of like, yeah, I get it, but we're hyper focusing on it when this happens in many other countries. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like, mandatory?
no, not really. Like, I don't.
So I want to
I'm
say, when
confused.
we were in Thailand, they have mandatory service. They have a conscription army, and those dudes are treated horribly, and those dudes are manipulated and everything by their. And I'm not saying it's the same thing, but it kind of is. Like, do they not? If there is a law in that country that says you have to sign up, you have to serve, is that not a law? Can they not detain you over that?
Do you? I don't know. It goes into your own moral thing. Do you believe there's religious exemptions?
I don't think so. No, I don't think there should be. Listen. If everyone has to serve, if the country's laws, everyone has to serve. This religious exemption bullshit, all this other stuff needs to get taken out, because that doesn't mean everyone has to serve. So you have to serve only if you're this. It's I finish your thought, because I might not be fully grasping what you're saying, but like, that's when you get into some bullshit.
Who are pacifists. There's people who are legitimately pacifists who don't believe in violence, and why would a pacifist be forced to serve? That doesn't make sense.
I mean,
and then where do you draw the line at?
Recipients who is a pacifist and did incredible things in World War II.
Yeah, the guy they made a movie about, like, for propaganda. Yeah,
I mean, that was beyond. That was 80 years after the point.
Again, you're not getting it. He chose to serve. He wasn't drafted. He chose to serve.
But here's what I'll argue. As a pacifist, you can serve in a different capacity. You don't have to be a trigger puller. You don't have to.
It's not that simple, though.
I think it is. I think, like, and that's where.
It's not, dude. You were in the military. You know, at the end of the day, they can grab anybody they want and make them anything they want.
I know that, but and that's where I struggle with it. Like, religious exemption, okay. Pacifist, okay, you come in and you actually say, sorry, excuse me, drinking beer. You're a pacifist, right? Okay, we can put you in S1. on stateside S1, and then you get into the problem. Yeah, everyone becomes a pacifist if a war gets ugly, and everyone. No, I mean
Yeah.
that's not the case, and that's where draft is like the draft is the draft
Yeah.
for
'Cause,
those.
I mean,
Type,
we have that in this
Matthias
country.
is saying it, but like, if your country needs you, and you have a law in place that everyone has to serve, this religious exemption shit, all this, no, then don't live in this country. If like, especially when it comes to say our old draft and stuff here in America.
Well, what do you
Christian
make
wa-
about
yeah.
Ukraine then? Because you've been
I
outspoken
think that-
about Ukraine and them snatching guys off the
I-
street.
But is it their law?
They had a full mobilization.
Then it is what it is. And like, I understand you can't get away with it. And I understand my thing I'm outspoken about is they're snatching people off the street and then moving other people into their homes at this point.
Yeah, but we were talking about that before.
And
we even
then
shared that.
now these people that are moving in, right, have religious exemption.
Which they're not
No,
supposed
man.
to.
Yeah, exactly. No, man, you came here. You're like, there's no green cards or anything in this situation. You come here, you're going to. I don't give a fuck. Like, that's
See,
what I mean.
I agree.
Our governments and everything. I don't mean to talk over you. I just want to finish this. Our governments and everything have gotten so good at going into these gray zones. So good at like, well, you know, you have to do this, but this group that, you know, we can work. No, fuck that. Like, if this is the rule, this is the law, this is the law. If there is mandatory service, there is mandatory service. It doesn't matter where you land, you're doing it.
I agree with you. I don't agree with you. I agree with your point on Ukraine because Ukraine's law specifically says there is no religious exemption. So I agree with you on the point of Ukraine. I still think it's fucked up. I don't agree with mandatory service at all. Across the board, I don't agree with mandatory service. It doesn't make a better military.
I agree. Yeah.
And I do think people should be allowed to religiously exempt from going to war. Like, could it get abused? Sure. But should we force a monk to grab an M16 and go fight? No.
And that's where you got to get into the logistics of it, where there's like tests and there's or something to do this. But at the same time, like, if you're a Buddhist monk and you're calling the United States your home and a draft happens, well, then leave. That's how I see it. Then leave.
Yeah.
Because we're sending 18-year-old kids just out of high school that are Christians, that are or any any other thing, to war. But because you're living in our country and in everything that comes with that, but you're saying, no, I'm a Buddhist monk, I can't go. No, man, gone, get them out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't agree, because the rich people aren't going to go anyways. That's the whole thing. Like, we're gonna say the poor man who's religious has to go, but the rich guy's gonna get a fucking medical exemption for bunions anyways.
And yeah, and I agree. And that's where you kind of stump me there, but that's also a product of, wrongdoing. Like, no, it doesn't matter. You have bunions, I don't give. Okay, you get to ride in the HHC truck. And once we're on location, guess what? Get out, pal. Pick up your gun, go.
Yep. Look,
it's difficult. I understand.
Quick
ever
said something good. Quick said, and this is a good point. To be honest, though, if a person who is that religious, you're not going to force them. They will die or be punished, and that's very true. Like, they'll go to jail. Like, they'll just go to jail for the duration of the war.
And that's
like,
an option.
should that be the? But it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be the only option, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Matthias said the draft is the draft at the end of the day. Just let me read this. I don't support it, but it's necessary in certain situations.
And I will say, okay, fine. You choose to stand up against this and say go to jail. Well, you're not just sitting in jail. You're going to work. It's going to be a work situation where you're either producing munitions, producing MREs, producing something. And I get we're not at this phase right now, people, but like,
Not yet. It's
you know what I
coming.
mean? Like you're still in say a country like that. Okay, you're a pacifist. Okay, you have religious exemption. Okay, you're now doing hard labor for pennies on the dollar like the military does. Because anyone who's been in the military knows, yeah, it can be good. You know, you get benefits, you get all this stuff, but there's also those times where you're working 16, 18-hour days, you're coming home, you're going back, you're in the field for 30 days, all this bullshit. Okay, well, okay, you're a pacifist or you're religiously exempt. Fine, you're going to go work in this work camp for the same hours, pennies on the day. Like, and I might sound a little harsh on that, but like for something like mandatory service, like some countries have, or a draft scenario, and then you want to play the gray area where, money gets you out of actually potentially dying. Sure, I don't care. You're a billionaire. You're going to go manufacture MREs and sit on a line for 12-hour shifts at minimum. You're going to do something that is equivalent, because this whole specializing character that we're in at this point in today's age, it's too much. It's gotten to be a cancer in my eyes. It really has. Like, oh, well, you're this religion. Oh, well, you're a pacifist. Like, nah, man. Like, that's not how it ever worked. It's because people understood they could manipulate this shit to get what they want. And that's all it's, in my eyes, maybe not all of them, but so much of it is, that's what it's become.
I mean, that's definitely an issue. Like, you're always going to have people who can take advantage of the system. But again, going back to my point, like, the people who are going to take advantage of the system are the ones who your punishments aren't going to affect. It's the rich people. Like, they're the ones who are going to get out of it scot-free. All this extra stuff, work camps, all this shit, it's only going to affect the little people, the people who, you're going to have your people who take advantage of it, but you're also going to have your legit people, and they're going to have to go to the camps. Meanwhile, the rich people who are just finding the excuse to not fucking go.
I get that. I completely understand that. And the rich people thing is a problem. The separation of class is an issue. But I'm saying there needs to be some way to target those motherfuckers too. I think a lot of people can. I get that, but it's still like, for a system to work, and I'm like, I understand it's not perfect, but kind of what I don't know if this is what you're saying as well, because the rich can get away with it, so can everyone else.
No, I'm saying the system doesn't work. Like,
okay.
Conscription doesn't work. Like, look what's going on in Ukraine. Just more Ukrainians are going to die, like, because of this forced conscription and shit. That's it. That's all it is. Mm-hmm. Like, drafts don't work. We learned it in Vietnam. We were killing each other. Like,
no,
I don't think anybody should be forced to serve. If it's that existential of a crisis, people are going to volunteer. Right. And that's why drafts are used, because it's never that serious, and they need to be able to force people. That's why
I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. And it also goes into something I've said here before, is make it more professional, make it more, bring down the numbers, but bring up the quality. You have people that want to do this, people that it is, and that take it as, I mean, we've seen it. You get into the army, you can kind of just coast, and you can kind of just be, and you can get 20 years, and you can get your retirement plus probably 100% disability. But now, if you're bringing down the numbers and weeding out these people in tests, boards, whatever, PT tests are way harder. You're going to build, you might have a smaller army, but you're going to build people who are invested in the organization.
I mean, I don't think that's possible.
Me neither.
At the end of the day, you're always going to have the good old boy system. Like, it's anywhere you go. and it weeds itself in. Even if it's not there at the beginning, it's going to weed itself in. But
You're right, Kinsley. At the end of the day, war doesn't work. And if people could just fucking sit here and argue like me and Jay and be fine afterwards and hang out and have a drink and, you know, talk through things, how many wars would have been avoided? Like, hey, listen, man, you know, like communism, maybe not so good. Like maybe we need to discuss and come to a common ground here, but people are so attached to power. Power is intoxicating. Power, you know, money and power is where
Yeah.
this all leads.
yeah, I do think there are some rare cases where war is necessary, but it's not. It's very rare. Like the justification for war. I mean, you see it with Iran right now. Like it happens all the time, dude. This justification, we took out their nuclear shit, and now the justification is, well, we don't want them to build it back. Even though we said they're set back 60 years, we don't want them to be able to get it back. But I do think there are cases, and I don't. The last time we had a justifiable war was probably World War II. I don't know that you could say anything after that was justifiable. I mean, you could say Afghanistan after 9/11. We're not going to argue the official story here or not, but you could definitely say going after Osama bin Laden, the people who did that, is justifiable. I would agree with that. But like, was the Gulf, you know, just go back?
I see that. Okay, we got some more people in here. So I could kind of get on Wayne's side, not fully, but kind of. We've had an episode about that way back. JJ Love. Oh no, not so good. It would be the ruin of America. I don't know what you're talking about there. I'd like you to reiterate. And Gen Z and oh, we got a bunch of you guys.
Yeah, we got a
in here.
bunch of people. Thank you guys for
appreciate you
stopping
guys
by.
talking through. Yeah.
Hopefully you guys can just drop comments and leave. Said
Most
Gen
of during
Z
World
and
War
the
II.
Socialist Democratic Party equals bottom feeding bums. Well, I do think the Socialist Democratic Party are a bunch of bottom feeding bums, 100%. Gen Z, I would completely disagree with that. Gen Z, they're turning around big. Responsibility of millionaires and billionaires to take care of them. There are people who think that. There is definitely a transfer
We're
of wealth
back
that's
down. I
happened in
think
the
they
last.
just came in and someone sent someone over here to send a bunch.
It's
Oh
all
no,
good.
JJ Love's still here. Oh, communism. Yeah, I mean, and someone else said, you know, yes, communism doesn't work. We know that. Like, but I this is where I kind of go outside the lines a little, and I lose a lot of people. Like, there's a middle ground. There's this thing, and you know, we're so bought into what we think, if you're American, is democracy. Well, democracy in America is fucking broken. If you think you're, you know, to me at least, and I'm no, you know, scientist or anything, but like, you think democracy is working in America, I would disagree. I don't think it is.
It's not. It hasn't for a while either.
Amelie, what's up?
Colt said it's not a
evidence
two-party system, it's a Jew party system. Well, if you look where the AIPAC money goes, it's hard to disagree with you. Hard to fucking disagree with you. Who is Clay and why did he die a white atheist? I don't know what a rose believer is either.
But yeah, I think we had someone bomb our chat. Someone saw what we were doing, and
that's okay. That's okay.
Sent people over
motion,
here.
Motion is motion, brother.
Yeah, but when
nobody's
going to
be able
to
say
crazy shit and leave.
Yeah, I don't know. Marcella Beretta. I don't know what you're on about. A white atheist with a needle in his neck and a clay got it. I don't know what you're on about, brother. I'm sorry.
I think
democracy
that's Marcella.
Is just a word. Yes. Yes.
I would say at this point it is, and I think well, now we bottomed out, which is weird. I don't know what's going on. I think it's the app, but
100%.
I don't know. I think democracy is dead in America.
Yeah,
And if
I've said it
if you're a
before,
firm believer that like Trump is the savior and democracy is king and all this works,
Yeah.
hey, that's fine. That's fine too. We're here to
Well, we're happy
discuss.
we made it to your algorithm, but sorry,
I
not
was
to cut
sitting
you
there
off. But
concentrating really hard. And,
no, but I've said it before. I think we grew past where democracy's effective. Like where we're at now, this shit's not effective. Like nothing actually gets done. Nothing. Like you have a
No.
president who's in there for 4 years. He's probably only going to have control of the House and the Senate
yeah.
for maybe 2 years, if he ever has control of both of them. Like nothing ever really gets done. And then you have these foreign countries putting their 2 cents in, whether it's Israel, China. It's happening all the time. And it's all just bidding wars at the end of the day. That's all that's happening in that fucking congressional building. It's just bidding wars. Well, I'll vote, but I need this. And how much of this is actually for the people?
And who's winning the bidding wars as of late?
I don't know. Not us.
What super PAC is winning?
Oh, APAC.
APAC. Yeah.
But
yeah.
they always win. They always win. That's what people don't get is they just flip sides. They have no qualms about just flipping side. Do you think there will be a World War III? Yes, 100%.
Something's happening here, but I don't think there'll be a World War III. I think it'll be all proxies. It'll be all under the table. I don't think we'll have a massive military conflict again. I don't think the nukes will fly. I don't think there'll be some, the Axis and the enemy, and I really don't. I think it's all proxy now, and I think it's been going on since the Cold War. So I think it's all this proxy bullshit. It's all this, Middle East. And I just think that's the nature of war now. We have the ability to manipulate each other's economies and everything else so heavily that there's no need to send people to war.
Yeah. Mark the Cold War. Sorry, go ahead. Finish your point.
I almost agree with Mark. And it was that was a proxy war. That was a big start of proxy war. It was all this bullshit popping up, but people kind of saw through it, and it was these 2 big superpowers, but it was Cuba, it was and I just foresee it being that in the future. And now with technology, I foresee it being just a bunch of proxies / hacks / all this bullshit where we don't need to send people to war.
See, I do disagree. One thing I want to say is Mark's comment, Cold War, World War III, World War IV is next up. There's a good book out there titled World War IV, and it's from an author who wrote a book about the Cold War being World War III. I don't remember the name of the author, but it's a very good book. But I think there could be a World War III, 100%. And the reason I say that is war makes money. The world needs money right now, especially us in America. And we haven't been building, like we don't have the military we have, and China hasn't been building the military they're building, producing their ship output, which is like 1,000x of ours, not to use it. Like it's
all dick showing contest, dude.
I don't agree at all.
Contest. Look at what Matthias
Then you have
said.
it for nothing.
I think people and I believe what Matthias is saying. I think at the end of the day, people are educated enough to refuse another world war.
Nope.
If anything, it'll be third world. But listen, this is where I come into the proxy bullshit and what's going on. It'll be third world versus working class to destroy our potential of overthrowing elites.
I completely disagree.
Rich versus poor. Kinsley said it. It's just become this way of there's and that's part of my proxy thing. Part of gas prices, part of electrical prices, part of food prices, part of healthcare prices, part of all this shit to where They just build this divide, this canyon bigger and bigger and bigger, and saying, hey, you can't get over. There's no chance.
I do agree.
Yeah,
I do agree. You could see mass rising up 100%. I think you're going to see that. Like what's going on? What's 2 pisses in an hour? What's going on in Europe right now is a great example. Like, and you're talking about it too, Mateus, is the mass migration into these white societies. Like that is going to lead to something, but I don't think that people would refuse a World War III at all. They have the playbooks written. Like they have the playbooks written. We can all look back on GWAT, the Global War on Terrorism, and say we were over there for no reason. But did any of us think that back then, back when they hit those towers? Fuck no. We and this is me speaking as an American, like everybody was patriotic. Like, I just don't think, yeah, we have technology. Yeah, we have the internet. I just don't think it's going to be that different if there's some mass tragedy again. I think you will have more people who question it right off the bat, but I also think you're going to have a lot of people who do the same thing and who are incredibly patriotic. We got to go to war, all this. And at the end of the day, we already talked about it. They will just draft your ass. Like at the end of the day, it does. Yeah, they'll just draft you.
But then that goes into the what we were talking about earlier, laying down the weapons. I'm a pacifist. All this bullshit. I do believe it is different, Jordan, and that's where I'll challenge you. You know, like I do believe something would happen, and too many people now are saying, well, you know what, this could be because we're in the Middle East. This could be because we attacked Iran. This could be because of all this. Like, how about we don't do that and we pull back in and we say fuck everyone else? And I understand that's not really it, but I don't know. I don't think there'll be a multinational, like a world war again. A world war.
I think there will.
GWAT was not a world war. That was the United States being
no, I wasn't saying it was.
I know what you're saying, but you were using that as like a thing to get into a world war.
No, I was using it as an example to justify a war.
A war, but a world war is different.
Well, here's the thing. Like we never called World War I till after it was done with. Like it doesn't have to start out as a world war.
Yes, like, but you can already see people aren't willing to do it. Countries aren't willing to do it. You see Iran, you see Ukraine, you see the conflict in NATO, the conflict in UN, where countries like, we need your support, and they're just like, nah, man, sorry, like we're not doing this. Yeah. And that's what I see going forward, where a world war, no, it'll be a superpower war. It'll probably be, you know, Russia or China or us or whatever, right? But it'll be all of our backing forces. China, you know, for Russia, if it were Russia, China would probably be like, hey man, that's on you. US, yeah. UN, you know, everyone would be like, nah man, we're not supporting, this is your own thing. So it'll be a superpower war, but it will not be, I just don't foresee it. It won't be this, you know, half the world, and it never really was, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys versus us. It won't be that anymore. It'll be this proxy bullshit, or it'll be fought through superpowers, and everyone else is going to say, all right, let them throw fists. Back up. Let them fight it out.
See, I disagree. I think you see hot points right now. Mark kind of mentioned it. Ukraine, like NATO is full bent on helping Ukraine. They've been talking about since that shit happened, helping troops. And the only reason they don't is because they don't want it to escalate into that.
And that's something we've always said. October, it wasn't our problem. And we were pulled into it anyways. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's an American problem, though. More so, I think, than it is UN or any other country, because we think we, you know, maybe not we, or we're bought out or whatever the case may be, that we have to get involved. No, we fucking don't. Like, we're so self-deficient. We could have just said, all right, Israel, sorry, man, like, we're not getting involved. And think of how quick all this probably would have been over. For the best, maybe not, especially with our interests in the Middle East. But we're getting to the point now where we can move away from the Middle East. That was, and a lot
But
of
we
people don't
can't.
know that. Yeah.
We can't, like, and that, oh, Quex is in here. I didn't know that.
Oh shit.
Oh, he's muted
Well,
right
he's
now.
muted. Yeah.
But we can't just, and that's my other point to go back to this is like, when have we ever said no?
And that's the problem. You know, we have, it goes back, I'm not going to fully get into it, but we have all this homeless. We have all these issues here in our country. But when you look at the aid we give to other countries, we look at what we do to like, it's red, like everything. It just adds up, and it adds up to billions. Like, and I don't want to sound that way. That sounds kind of crazy, but we do too much. And we're almost expected to do too much from the world. Like, oh, something's going, the US got it. The US will send people over there. Yeah, the US will handle it. Nah, man. Like, if we pulled out, UN, like the EU, even though we're not in it, but like would change their tones completely.
Yes.
Even Russia and China would change their tones, because they would say, oh, well, they're not gonna, you know, expend their logistical chain, expend their money out to this direction. Like, maybe, yeah, they could spread their control, but at the same time, they'll be thinking like, what the, well, now it could lead to a bad situation for us.
Yeah. But we're not capable of saying no to a war. We never have. We've always fought wars on other people's behalf.
Because we're a wartime economy.
World War I, what was the threat to us? Nothing. Was there realistically a threat during World War II? No. Could you make the argument?
I mean, we got bombed by Japan. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got bombed by Japan. But what about Germany? Like, was there a realistic threat? No. You just go through the list, like Korea, Vietnam.
You're not muted anymore, Quex, but I don't hear shit, just so you know. Vietnam bullshit. I mean, that's what we go into, but the thing is, I think it started with the Civil War. Interstates, they realized how much money people were making off of war. And I think it really did start with the Civil War. You know, people in the North were making money, you know, big money. People that could buy mills, buy this shit, made money. People in the South made money. Then you get into World War II. Yeah, we were involved, but not super, super involved, right? People still made money. Then you get into World War II. That's when the wartime economy really became evident. And then you get into this bullshit we've seen since. You know, we hit a dip, something pops off. Hey, we need everyone to work we need all this, boom, boom, boom. Money comes back in.
Yep.
And then we let it lull for a little bit. Oh shit. Okay. Boom. Kick something else off. Even if it's little, because even if it's little, it brings in all these tech companies. It brings in all this shit that starts circulating money again. And the government pushes out the money. People make the money. They pay taxes on that money. It's a big circle. It really is. Look at the lottery. Look at how much money, if the lottery is real, I'm not fully convinced it is, but look at like $1 billion payout, 30% tax.
Yeah.
The government gets that 30% for doing nothing.
Yep.
For doing nothing, because how the lottery works, for the most part, it's bought into. So the pot grows with everyone buying a ticket. Government hasn't done anything. Of course, $1 billion lottery is good for the government. They're getting $300 million out of it.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. It's our money. Like, somebody's just winning our collective money.
Yeah, and the government gets 30% of it.
Yeah, they don't care. Mark said, how is Ukraine different than Korea or Vietnam? Russia has nukes. I don't think it is different. The only difference is that we are fighting. It is Russia doing the invasion. Korea, Vietnam, you were fighting Koreans and Vietnamese. Again, like he was saying, Matt was saying, proxies. We were fighting proxies. It's not a proxy this time. It's Russia doing it. So that's the only difference. And to kind of go into your point, like, the world is very hesitant for two superpowers to go to war again. because once that happens, it's all hats off. I agree with that, Mateus. The one world government fears nationalism more than anything. 100% they do. And you're seeing nationalism.
Oh yeah,
You're
for
seeing
sure.
nationalism grow across the world.
Across, yeah, it's not just in America. You're seeing it grow in America. And part of that, I think, is you're seeing the isolationists grow. You're seeing people saying, "Hey, man, we don't need to do this. We don't need to go here. We don't stay out of it." And that's why I think Ukraine is a tough issue, right? Like when you look at Russia and their saltwater ports and everything, like you kind of understand why they're trying to take some land back from Ukraine. But at the same time, like, the fuck does it matter? I think we're a product of propaganda. I don't think, like, I get there's bad sides to Putin and Russia and all this shit, but like, I don't think he's this guy. He's this guy that wants to take over the fucking world. I don't.
No.
It's just not realistic anymore. There's too many types of people. No one thinks they can rule the world. And it's just like, at this point, why do we need to support them? Why do we need to help? Why do we need to, why is it the US? Like, it's not our fucking problem, man.
And it goes deeper than that too.
There is two sides to every coin. Yeah.
If you wanted that war to end, you would not give Ukraine the ability to keep fighting. That might sound fucked up, but if you wanted that war to end, that's what you do. Like, do I agree with Putin invading Ukraine? No, but people also have to understand, like, Putin is the president. Do you think Putin knows what's going on? Like,
no, there's oligarchies there. There's oligarchies there too. Like Putin, I think Putin is another guy that's being run.
Of course he is. Of course he is. It's no different than over here. Mark, you're right. We did fight the Chinese in the Korea, but the China of the 1950s is not the China of today. No,
I'm not really saying that, but at the same time, is it our problem?
No, that's my whole point. I'm not saying Ukraine just give up, but I'm saying it's not our problem. Like, Americans do not need to go die. If you want to volunteer, by all means, that's your own prerogative. But nobody should be forced to go over there.
One of my biggest argument, I know, I would intimately, I know a handful of Ukrainians from Odessa that claim Russia. Like, there's plenty of them. So here in America, and I get that, but no, see that's the I want to. Are you from? Where are you from? I just want to understand this. Are you American, or we like argument here? Do not shy away from it, man. Like, that's one thing we love. And we're not going to get hostile. We're not going to, and we won't let the chat get hostile either. This is a discussion, and we're talking through it. But I want to, are you from the U.S.?
So you probably missed it in the chat, but he said his wife is Ukrainian, and she's
okay, I missed it.
She's
then.
a pediatrician who has worked on children after the bombings and stuff. So,
Okay, I get that, but it's just like, it leads into the thing we've said before, man. Like, U.S. is expected to be the biggest person to get in there and show your teeth type thing. There's Poland. There's all these countries there. That
UK, France, Germany, Lithuania, Latvia.
That could send, like, my grandmother was Lithuanian. She left right before World War II because of everything, because of the Bolsheviks and the whole nine. Like this expectation that it's for us to deal with. And I get other people, my wife. Okay, and
Which, by the way, shout out to your wife. That is
hell yeah, my brother does the same thing. He goes to
incredibly important thing.
He goes to Ukraine, and I'm not taking away from what's happening there, right? Like, me saying what I'm saying is not saying what's happening in Ukraine, what's happening is bad, but kind of what we're going into is, one, us as America shouldn't be responsible for it. Two, I feel, and I didn't say this, but two, I feel this is another proxy. This is being pushed for some reason. The Ukraine-Russian war is being pushed for some reason. These tragedies, these kids getting blown up, all this shit wouldn't have happened. And I'm not saying just give up the land. I'm not saying that, like, but to an extent, like, I mean,
and let's just say
Ukraine, you're a weaker army. Like, if you're like, sometimes there always is a give and take in life. Me and Jay have an argument. Me and my wife have an argument. Whatever. There's this give and take, and sometimes you do have to give a little territory. You do have to give a little to protect the things you love. And if you're trying to protect your people, okay, we give a little territory, the people can come back into Ukraine. There's more to it, and it seems like there's this push to, I don't know, but yeah.
No, and the other thing is let's just say we were to get involved. That would not make the situation over there better. The only thing that would happen is it would lead to hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of Russians dying, hundreds of thousands and millions of Americans dying, and hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of Ukrainians dying. Like,
there would be more deeper strikes.
Bloodshed for nothing.
Yeah, there'd be more.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, the lines are going to be where they're at.
Man. I understand you have more stock in it than I do. Like, I have very good friends from, like I said, from the Ukraine and everything. I just don't think I think we're painted to believe, and Ukraine is too. Propaganda is strong, dude. There's no doubt about it. But, like, I just don't think that there's no logic to think he's building the Iron Curtain again. There's no logic to think he could do that. Logistically, insurgency, all this thing, like, he's not stupid. He's not this evil mastermind going, I'm taking over Europe. No, he's not. He can't. We're in 2026, man. Like, to me, you can't do that. It's not possible. It's not. He's looking for a port.
It's not possible.
He has no ports. He has very little ports. And the whole big push of this was for him to get national security for his people, so to speak. I'm not defending him, but I believe that too. But
they're fighting that's not making the war. That's expected.
And that's not making the situation any better, because there's plenty of these Russian dudes that aren't bad people. Like, you can't say every Russian person is an orc, so to speak, if you're talking about the conflict over there. You can't say every Russian guy getting put on the front line is a piece of shit, is doing this. No, man, there's these dudes that are being forced there and being manipulated to do so. There's dudes coming out of Africa that are going there because they're being manipulated to do so, and saying they're getting citizenship to Russia. Like, that argument to me kind of paints that picture. Well,
Oh, thank you. I am infidel for answering that. I appreciate it. And Mateus, thank you. You guys answered it before we get to it. Appreciate it.
Yep. You got it.
No,
she has a language barrier. She's a
it's
foreigner.
all good. But there's no benefit to us, the Ukrainians, the world, to anybody, to us getting involved or sending them money
or extending this conflict. It's just,
exactly.
This could have been over within weeks, not weeks, months.
No,
if we weren't involved, if we didn't send them Patriot missile systems, if we didn't send them Bradleys, if we didn't send them
javelins,
all of this stuff, think of how many less lives would have been lost. And that's how you have to approach it. And that's where sometimes our involvement becomes bad. Oh shit!
You're right, David. Children do suffer more than anybody else, and Like that, it's terrible. It's terrible. You know, that's why nobody wants war. But unfortunately, it is the reality of war. It doesn't make it any more right or justify it, but that's the reality of it, unfortunately. Especially in these modern conflicts where it seems we're back to everybody's figuring shit out, and we're back to World War I, where these hard lines are drawn. People are gaining a kilometer, losing a kilometer, and it's just nothing but drone strikes and bombing, and
And those
nothing's
kilometers,
really moving.
And those 2 kilometers probably equal 1,000 lives.
Yeah,
Like collectively,
Like we-
that's and yes, children do suffer, and that's always the problem. Like it's always going to be the children, lost parents, you know, children deaths, children mutilations, all of this stuff, and it is the children. But this is the thing that breeds further war, because you have hatred from these children through another, and it's just like, that's kind of what that's along the lines of saying, if we didn't get involved, if no one got involved and said, all right, slug it out, guys, it probably would, they probably would have rolled through, this whole thing would have been done, and they wouldn't have taken all of Ukraine. Sorry, I don't talk so well. They wouldn't have taken all of Ukraine. They would have gone to their goal, which was getting that port, and that would have been it.
No, and I get what you're saying, David, but like, and don't take this the wrong way, but your wife being over there does lead to a level of emotion, which is expected. If my wife was over there, it would be that way too. But at the same time, and this, you can say this,
we're not saying you're wrong. We're not saying you're wrong. Like to feel this way. Go ahead, Jay. Sorry. I just want to,
At the same time, like, you can think this is fucked up to say it or not, but like, would I rather, I don't want to say rather, that sounds really fucked up, but like, why should American children have to pay the price?
That is tough. It is. And we're not ganging
up
on you.
It sounds fucked up.
It's a tough subject.
It sounds, it's fucked up to say, but it's the truth. I don't want American children to be orphaned because of this war. Like, if there was legitimate, like, shit going on over there, like we saw in World War II or something, then yes, I think we have a justifiable reason to do something. But this is just a conflict between two nations.
That's it. I'm getting naked. Sorry. Mark's giving me shit over there. No, and that's the thing. And that's what we like doing here. Like, sorry, you know me. I completely understand your investment into it, right? But it's also like, I'm not going to say that, but I get why you're invested in it, but at the same time, just like Jay said, like, we know for the most part, it's not really a threat to us as much as. Yes, but this leads into it. This leaves so much into it, David, is that we're giving this money and this things away to these other countries while our American kids are starving. We give aid 100%. To these other countries going outside of Ukraine. We're not just talking about Ukraine. The amount of aid that we give to countries on a regular basis. I hope you're still here. On a regular basis, if we became isolationists and pulled that in and put it into our own government, what like how much could we do? And also that, yes, Mark. But also that being said, well, the app is broken. I hope you're still here, David, because I wanted you to hear this. But like, if it were redistributed properly, not saying it ever would be, because our system is just as corrupt as anyone else's. If we took all that money that we send out, what could we do for the kids starving?
Yeah,
exactly. No, I mean, that's what I'm 100% on your side, Dave. Like, plain and simple.
Yeah, the ballroom's a great point, but what a better point is all the foreign aid we send out. Like, you can cut spending a lot of stuff home too. That's 100% correct. The ballroom's a good example, but a better example is all the foreign aid we send out. Ukraine, Israel. And here's what a lot of people don't know. You hear about the federal aid we send these nations. What you don't hear about is the state money that is separate from federal that gets sent over in foreign aid. And you don't hear about some of your big cities even send money out to federal aid. Meanwhile, these big cities have homeless crisis,
Yes,
or
Joshua.
child homelessness, like all this shit. But your own cities and states are sending money out, but you don't hear about that.
Sharia law should not be, it is not compatible with the United States, plain and simple.
No,
Sharia
it's not.
law needs to stay Islamic
Plain and simple.
countries.
Yeah.
Yes,
And even over there, it's a
100%.
problem for a lot of people.
Yep.
It's just, and that's another thing going in when we weren't fully, excuse me, sorry, I'm drinking beer, guys. We won't fully get into it, but speaking of Argentina, yes. I mean, and we're not saying, listen, we're not super big Trump supporters here, man, to be honest with you. Like he's flipped the script. He had me, he had Jay. I will never vote in a presidential election again. I think it's broken, but he had so many people fooled and he flipped the script, and I think he's bought out. And it's just, it goes into the whole thing again. Like, we don't need to be spending money and doing this. And I understand, and I don't, please don't take this the wrong way, Dave. Like, at the same time, I have no doubt your wife has ties. I mean, that's her nationality. She has ties to Ukraine and stuff, but like, I just don't take this the wrong way. I don't mean it. I'm not being harsh. I'm not being argumentative. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but it was her choice to go there, right? Like, but think of if you're sending the military there, right? These are 18, 19, 20, 22, like young kids that don't have a choice. They're being told to go there and fight to do this, and sending them over there to go to war does not benefit us. I'm sorry, it doesn't. And there, and I tell my brother this, the same thing, because he goes to Africa to volunteer and does surgeries and stuff. And it's like, hey man, like there's a pretty bad Islamic problem in Africa right now. Like, I'm not going to say you're ever really safe. Yes, you're protected because you're on a mission or whatever, but like something.
No, you're
like,
never really safe.
Yeah, you're not, like, something could
always
happen.
that
So it's
risk.
your choice to go over there and do this.
Like I said, there's always two sides, man. Now, not that I'm
Yep.
trying to justify it, yeah. But if you go and look at verified numbers, like at the moment from I think 2023 it was, there's a allegation from like the people that handle war crime shit, like International Criminal Court, some shit like that. There's an allegation against Putin for forcibly removing children from Ukraine, from dangerous areas because of the war going on, right? But when you go and look at verified numbers, he's taken more kids out than have died.
Yeah.
So to paint him as solely as a war criminal just for one thing without looking at the others, like you only see one side when you look at that. The obvious
Amelie,
media
yes,
that's in your face.
100% Amelie. And then,
like that.
sorry, I don't want to talk over you.
No, sorry, go on, Potter.
I'm doing the chats. Amelie, 100% yes. David, proud of you, man. And you know, we don't support Trump at this point either. I think you know, he fooled a lot.
He's
of
not,
us.
but he's not best friends with Putin. That's just that's
best friends
leftist
with worse
propaganda.
people.
Yeah, he's best friends with a lot worse people than that. But
well, I
he's
wasn't
not
going
best
into
friends
that.
with
I was
Putin.
talking. He has you know 3 kids, and you know, and I think that changes a lot of us once you have kids, and you kind of think beyond yourself, right? And I will say, it's quite possible he is a sex offender. Probably is, knowing Trump. You know, I don't support him. I'm sorry, I don't. But do I support the left? Absolutely
No.
fucking not, man. Absolutely not. And this is this systemic problem we have in America, especially in America, is this bipartisanship bullshit. We have so
Yep.
many people brainwashed left versus right. Oh, just because he's right. And I'm not saying that's you, Dave, but like you have so many people that are so bought into, well, he's a Trump supporter, he's a MAGA guy, he's retarded. And then you have people on the other side saying, oh, he's a leftist, he's retarded, and no one is willing to sit and fucking talk about it. And it just, yeah. And I will say, I don't think he's best friends with Putin. I will say there's one good thing where I will support him. He has extended these talks more so than other people had, because I think, and this is what originally bought me into him, not saying he's a good person, not saying I support him, but why I bought into him was he had a business mind. And at the time, I think America needed a business mind to pull us out of some bullshit. We had yes men. We had, politically correct people coming in. And that's what they were running off. And they were running about doing this. No, this originally, why I had bought into him was this guy's a business mind. And he's thinking about operating the country as a business, better for the country, better. But he's bought out now. That all goes to waste anyways.
It does. Mark said a couple good things in here I wanted to address. Number one, he said he would vote for Tucker. I agree with that. And then he said he's not best friends with Putin. He's best friend with the war criminal Netanyahu. That's what we were talking about. There is people that have ties to Trump who are legitimate war criminals who we should be addressing.
I'll get to yours in a second, Joshua. Joshua was mentioning, and I feel like we weren't. I don't know if he's still here. Hopefully he is. But the main weapon is, and I think that is the main
audio
weapon
messing
now.
up for you, Plex?
Is the what, sorry?
My audio?
No.
Okay. But I think that has become also a problem where the product isn't drugs anymore. The product isn't it's humans. And it goes into somewhat what he was saying. We're not going to completely dive into that, Joshua, but yeah. I think now the new product, the new drug is people.
Well, I think it's been that way for a while. We're just seeing
but I
it.
think it's, yeah, now we're seeing that we can, through it's people. And then what else did he say? The border problem a lot.
You can see that.
Yeah, and that goes into
PDF
the whole
files, maps.
That goes into the whole proxy war shit, where I think, and we spoke about it earlier, where there's this infiltration and it seems guided, right? It seems meant to destabilize. And yes, a lot of it did happen on the Democratic side when Biden was in power. But I think, especially for me, I think a lot of people are realizing that whole, especially towards the end, was a manipulation, and they realized they could get in, and it was divided even under the president that they had. His cabinet was divided and was easily infiltrated, and it was all a mess. And yes, Amelie, every political side has flaws in every country. That's true. But it leads into what I always say: spreading us apart, keeping the sheep away from the herd. It's easier for the wolf to pick off a sheep when it's not with the herd, and it just goes into that where I just feel like
there's no political system that is perfect for you. Like, that would be your political system. It's impossible to have a political system that is great for everybody. That does not exist. It never will exist. Like, what I want done is not what you want done. It's not what Quex wants done. Like, that is an impossible thing.
You're 100% right, but there's still for the betterment of regular people. And when they're using the political system to separate regular people, that's not for the betterment of the people. Like, how hard would it be?
Well, it is for some of them. There's some people who go along with that shit. It's good for that person. It's good for those ones.
Because it's not, though. Because they're still regular people. They're just brainwashed into thinking it's good for them. Like, regular people,
I
how
agree
good
with that.
would the government do if it was people like us just sitting here talking and being like, okay, yeah, okay, no. But when it's like, oh, you're this way, so I have to vote against you. You're this way, so I have to vote against you. There's no middle ground. It's built into this, and it's in multiple countries. It's built into this that you have, and it's not always that way. For the most part, is you vote your party. You have to be, you can't, you have to say this, you have to say this. And it's constantly this. It's never this. It's never people talking and coming together and saying, hey, man, like, yeah, what you're saying is fucked up. And me not getting offended and saying, okay, well, talk to me. Yeah, I can see your point of view. You know, it's just, to me, it's all a devised plan, and it's all just a powerful group controlling the rest of us. We make them rich. Like
like America's got two parties. You got the left that's gay, and then you have the right, which is closeted gay guys. So it's just like two different forms of blackmail you can use on them. But that's all the difference is. Now that's a good point, Joshua. And we've talked about this before, is how the native populations in Europe are going to get outbred and quickly become the minority populations.
Yes, but we've also talked about this, and you know, it sounds bad. No, keep going.
Just say it.
I'm just saying, like, it gets to a point where I'm not saying it really has to do with skin color, but I think it does kind of have to do with culture and some other things. And people say white people don't have culture, but you know, you push white people into a corner enough, bad things are gonna fucking happen.
You really compare yourself to a fox.
Who, me?
So they say about foxes, you back them into a corner and bad things will happen.
No, I mean, have you ever fucked with a fox? They're little ass.
I've seen it.
They'll bite the fuck out of you.
A little foxy.
But I am a little foxy, you know. But no, but I think it's. I mean, and we've seen it, and I don't like this line of conversation. I really don't. I don't want to go down it, like, because I'm a white male, right? And I will say I don't like that. Does that make sense? Like, I don't want it to be that. You can giggle all you want, but like,
I'm giggling, Mateus. Stop getting so defensive.
Yeah, he's
no, because
wiggling his tail.
But like, I don't know. I just think there's a lot of discourse, and we're seeing it in young white males in America, maybe not everywhere, and I will say, I've been taught, in being older now, I understand this. I've been taught I am the fucking villain.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, I've been taught I am the fucking problem. I am the one, and they don't really separate it in teaching these kids this. No. It's not like, oh, you're separate from your ancestors. No, it's white people are bad. You are you are this, you are that.
You know, they've done the same thing to multiple races, just at different times.
Yes.
Same thing with black people. You look at their history, it's like the younger ones that grew up, it's like, look, you're just as bad as the ones that came before you. And now it's flips, like, look, you lot are just as bad as the people that came before you. It's a mind fuck.
It is, but I think we're the target right now. Sorry, we have another Biff. I'm sorry, Biff. Thanks for coming. Let me.
Biff.
Yeah, go ahead.
Biff made a good comment.
I got to beat him anyways.
Jesus, 3 pisses. Let's get a poll in the chat. How many pisses do you think he's going to have before we end this? I'm saying
second one.
This is the third one.
Third. Yeah.
I'm going to say 4. Because he'll get a little self-conscious now. But Biff said, of all the government type systems in the world, democracy is still the fairest system around. It's slow and time consuming, but beats communism, socialism, totalitarianism, and fascism. I agree with that. But like I've said, I think we've grown past the point of where it is very effective. I think we're at a point now to where there's so much, like, nothing ever really gets done. What else? Joshua, this is a good one. He said, how do we get Christians and other Americans to make babies again? Well, I'll tell you the one way you can do it is you can stop killing them before they're born. That's one way. We live in cities where more babies are aborted than they're born. That's just my opinion. People can dislike that all they want, but it's a solid fact. You don't see that in these other cultures. Are people getting abortions in Iran?
I
Are
think it's
they
beyond
getting
that. I want to talk about this.
Okay,
I want to talk
go
about
ahead.
this.
You're talking about it right now.
No, it goes into a lot of my thing, and this is what goes into Hollywood. This is what goes into what is pushed upon young women. This is what goes into all this fucking poison that is pumped into our fucking minds. I think it's beyond abortion. Yeah, maybe that is a part of it, right? But I think so much of it is it is a huge part of it. But I think a bigger part of it is changing the minds of especially young women, but also now young men. It's changing how through propaganda, through Hollywood, and we can all agree Hollywood and especially Hollywood is a big problem with this. They've taken girlhood away from girls. You see it now, and it's not so much in women or men, it's more on women. You don't like women are there's this picture painted to them where there's no girl stars anymore. There's no little girls. There's no girls being girls. No, there's not. There's this, you're 16 years old and you're expected to act like a college a student.
Yeah.
You see this bullshit where, high school girls and some of it is men, but boys are boys, right? But more so you see women being portrayed as high school, it's a high school, it's a show about high school. And these girls are just acting this way. So what is a fucking 13, 12-year-old girl that watching a show about high school girls think they need to act? It's this poison that has, and it goes into this broader scope of bullshit that people need to realize is fucking happening. That like they're targeting us. And they're pulling us apart. And it doesn't go into white, black, brown. It doesn't go even into that. It goes into everyone.
Everybody.
And it goes into more so, to me, destabilizing the family unit. It goes into where, they don't want a good family. They want someone that they can pull the kids away from the family early and manipulate them through public schools, through Hollywood, through magazines, through all this bullshit, and you get a more controllable population. Sorry, rant over. That's it.
I've said it for a while. Parents for a long time have actually just become legal babysitters of their children.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, it's the government that has them more. And like, I don't know about over there, but over here, it's like, from when I was younger anyway, you see retirement age is going up. Go on.
We skipped something that I don't want to skip. Amelie. She just mentioned here, sorry, I was in my rant, and she mentioned a good point. She said, she said she didn't want it, but the grand scheme of things is she couldn't provide a life for her child, if I'm reading this properly, where she was. And it was a better thing to have. I don't know what you're saying, Avery Jones, but and sometimes I do agree with that. You know what I mean? There is a point to where you can't provide, you can't properly raise a child in the state you're in, but you didn't abort her. You know what I mean? Like that's a big thing, right? You didn't just go get an abortion. So I'm sorry, I read it late, and I just think it's something we need to acknowledge. I don't know what Avery's saying, but yeah, kids are fucking expensive. Okay, Avery, see you later, man. Good talking to you.
To be fair, Avery is
have
correct.
a good one, man.
No, you're good, Joshua. You didn't hijack nothing. You brought a lot of good stuff in here.
No, that's what we like. That's what we like, man. We like to talk, and we're fine about going off subject. We're fine about, talking about these things. We never really, Okay. See you later, Avery.
If you don't got questions or feel to ask something, usually just, especially Ponte.
I do like farts, Avery. Dude, who doesn't fart and like their own fart?
That's crazy.
Oh, shut the.
That's crazy.
Every dog loves his own. But yeah.
No, we just got confession. Ponte is a dog man.
Later, Avery. Good to talk to
Avery,
you, man.
you
He's good.
Avery's
He's good.
wild.
Yeah, farting does. Listen, fart maxing is a way of life. All right.
It's not. It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
It is. It is.
It's not.
No, it's not. We
Nothing
don't
like-
promote that.
Yes, we do. Nothing feels
we
better
don't.
than letting one rip and saying, "Yeah, that was a good one."
I don't think I've ever in my life said that.
Yeah, Honda.
Avery, like-
Fuck.
Avery,
Later,
I'm
dude.
confused by you because
Thanks for
you'll-
stopping by,
you'll-
brother. He's being funny.
You'll speak English, but then you'll have this gibberish up here. I don't know what that's. Maybe it's code for something.
It's fart maxing code. Don't worry about it, dude.
Nonsense.
Don't
Okay,
worry
yeah,
about
well,
it. All right.
If you're using fart maxing code, you're getting banned.
Well, but yeah.
Only
all right,
one person
let's
here
go.
supports.
It's a C. It's a fart maxing code. He understands.
Banned.
Nope.
Banned.
Later, man. Appreciate you stopping by.
All right.
Hell yeah. Where do you think I learned fart maxing? It was in Korea.
Oh my god.
No, you just started using that term. You've never said that before the last year.
You too, man. Appreciate
Avery,
you stopping
are
by.
you leaving
Thanks.
or staying? What is going on?
He's leaving. He's good. He came in. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, Avery.
I'm gonna tell you that I think a lot of young people can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. People don't want higher education because of student loan debt. They settle for short-term comfort. No, I think that's very true. Like there's not much hope. There's not much hope out there.
That's also because people ain't taught right. Because you gotta look at a lot of the most successful people, and a lot of them didn't have higher education. But obviously, a lot of us nowadays, you're not really taught the way things really work or how to go about things. You're only taught to go to school, get an education, be obedient, and then get a job.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah, that's a great point.
yeah.
It's by design. Like it's made to
For
control you.
university. Yeah.
Once you're in
And-
debt, now you have to go get
Yeah.
a job to pay off your debt.
Yep.
Especially here in
Yep.
America, it's a debt system, and it introduces you to the debt system. We've talked about that too, and now you need a house. Okay, 500K in debt nowadays, easily 500K in debt. Now you need
But now
two
they'll give
cars.
you 50 years to pay it off. You can get a 50-year mortgage now to make it easier to pay on. You just won't pay it
And-
off till you're 85.
instead of being owned for 30 or 50, and now
Yeah.
you can be owned for 50. Let
Yep.
alone the new car every 5 years. So we're still owing you on that too.
Yeah, no, I get that too. Talking about investing in your future. We're not getting out of this debt crisis. Like there is going to be some type of new currency, whether it's digital or something different. There's no coming back from $40
It
trillion.
will be digital for sure, the next one.
No,
I
They're gonna
think so,
control and monitor
It's
it. There's
raccoon
no
nut.
way there'll be more
Raccoon nut
fiat
currency. Jordan knows all about it. He just took a whole class on it.
That's right. No, I agree.
Do you
I
have
think
any
it'll be
insights
it'll
on
be digital
vanilla
too.
bean futures? I love vanilla bean. I hope it sticks around. A good old vanilla ice cream. Sorry. I'm being ridiculous now. We can have fun. It's fine. I know we have stuff to talk about, but we got people in here right now. Oh yeah, for sure, Joshua. I mean, and they're so good at that now, is that, they introduce this new thing and they try to get people to buy into it, and then someone slams the door on it. Someone, and
Well, it's because it doesn't make it to us unless it's hijacked. And if it does, it's going to get hijacked right across the way. You're not allowed to make money without the government getting a piece of it. We saw this when there was the big
100%.
GameStop the
Yep.
big GameStop stock thing. They shut down the markets. They were like, "Oh fuck no, the little people, you're not making money."
No, that
Well-
wasn't just because the little people were making money though. It's because for them to rectify that situation, they were losing a fuckload of money.
Well, here's the thing that got me more recently, Quex, is I bought into some of these, and it was a joke. It was like $20, but you know, we talked about it. You know, I
Mhm.
bought like 5,000 shares at $20, and then Coinbase tells me this is a something coin, and deletes all my shares in it. And then what happens a week later? That thing is still tradable on Coinbase, and it's going up. Like I haven't looked into it, but I should. They deleted it. Like, you know, it was some bullshit ones. Like I made money on some and I sold. Maybe that's why they deleted my account or deleted my shares. But there were some that I had bought in, again, $20, but it was like a crazy amount. So if we talked about it, if it made it to $1, you know, I'd walk out with 10, 15 grand. Well, they zeroed my account and said this is like a volatile coin or something. And then it's still on Coinbase to trade, and it's going up. Like, what the fuck is that?
Because that volatility is gone, so they'll allow it back.
Oh, that's crazy to me, man. And I wasn't zero. That's the thing. I never hit zero. You know what I mean? Like I never bottomed out. No, they said, nope, this is a something coin, hostile coin or something, they said.
It's too volatile.
And
That's crazy.
And pulled my shares. And then it starts raising again after they pulled like
Oh, Joshua, I feel bad. I feel so bad for you.
I feel your pain, Joshua. I had loads. I had hundreds of Bitcoin as well when it was less than $1 and wasted it all on a bunch of bullshit.
That's
Yep.
so many people like that too, or lost their wallets. Yeah.
I've still got a wallet now that has 7 Bitcoin on it, but you know, because I'm so secure with my passwords, I can't get back into it. I even know someone that can crack the passwords, and I've had him like look at my shit, giving him all the characters I can remember from it. He's like, I don't know what you did, but I can't even get into it fully.
Fuck, that's crazy.
You know? That shit still haunts me, man.
I bet.
Well, that was back.
That's what
I mean, we're not going to get into that. That's fine.
No, I was going to say, but that's what we're moving to. Like, it's all going to be digitized, and it's going to be tied into everything. These flock cameras that are going up, all that shit.
Let's get into that.
Yeah, I think I said something about that earlier.
Well, like I had seen, and maybe it was Quex that sent it, but I had seen some things of they're putting out some big fucking reward for these 2 dudes that showed up and cut down a fucking freshly put up flock camera.
Good.
They're cutting them down everywhere.
There's gangs over here that do that with like the users, the mission cameras. They every day they going around and they're soaring this shit off.
Good.
That's
good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that shit's happening. Over here, they're starting to put them on garbage truck, and it's looking for violations on your property. So that's what they're starting to do in some of these cities. They're looking to see if your grass is mowed. Yeah, just everybody needs those things. Just need to go away. However, they go away. That's all I'll say.
But as we said, they won't.
No, they're just going to get worse. In reality, you have a flock camera you carry around with you every day. It's called your cell phone. Like at the end of the day, they don't need a camera. I'm trying to look. I think I did have stuff on some flock cameras, but I'm trying to find it. So yeah, here we go. I got the garbage truck one actually. Let me pull it up real quick. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. To the stage. All right, we can watch this real quick. But this is just going over these new flock cameras that are going on the garbage trucks.
If you live in Charlotte County, I was just told that they're planning on implementing this. It's a camera that I guess sits on top of the freaking garbage trucks, and it just scans for permits. And if you have an active permit, and oh my gosh, there's a new window on your house, it looks like you might have replaced your roof. Like, what the fuck? So we have flock cameras that watch your every move. We have data centers that are holding the information, and now we have garbage trucks that are watching our homes for permits. What? Just keep.
Yeah. Are we really that
Credit
free?
coming.
100%. That's what it's all leading to. Like, we're not as free as we think we are. Like the average American. 100%. Like, it's all the shit we hear about China and this social credit score. It's coming to everywhere else. Matter of fact, I gotta see if I have
about digital currency, man. Because with that, I think it was actually in the chat earlier. I said it was talking about rich people being able to get out, because I know with that, if you save too much and they don't want you to have that much money, they can easily just be like, you're not allowed to have more than 10K. You've got 50, so we're taking 40.
It's crazy, dude. Just
and there's nothing you can say about it. It will be gone just like that. Just like that. You probably witnessed it happen live.
I don't doubt that, Matthias. I mean, we just had in Ty responded to it. 11-year-old shot and killed here in this city.
Shit.
Jesus
and it's
Christ.
been a huge uptick there, and it happens in summer, and he never really says it, but it really does. You get these kids that are going to school just to graduate school, but they're part of it all, right?
Of course.
And they're out on summer break and people start dying. And I felt so bad. I want to say I already kind of said his name, but he was calling me for something different, but I was on stream. And I was like, I can't talk. But then I heard the news and I was like, that might have been Station 7. And I was like, fuck, was he calling me to talk about him responding to this? And bro, my heart sunk. Like, I felt like, I'm okay with feeling like a piece of shit, but in that moment I felt like a piece of shit. But then I talked to him today, and he was like, no, that's not what it was about. And I was like, okay. But man, dude, I don't know how he does it.
It's just happening all the time.
Yep,
I don't know.
He does it. Showing up and trying to keep an 11-year-old alive, even though you know he's dead. Like, whoa, would kill me. Sorry, let's keep going.
That's crazy.
Yep.
All right. This is from the EU. This just recently came out too. But the EU passed a chat control 1.0, which forces companies to scan and hand over all messages and emails. This applies to all residents of the European Union, and arrests can be made for hateful text. Like, what world?
One thing about that, I read something about that recently as well, yeah. But it's not meant to be for hate speech. From what I was reading, it's supposed to be used for child sexual abuse shit. So they're allowing people to monitor for messages and content that contain shit for child sexual abuse. It's not just hate. Obviously, certain countries are gonna use this and be like, just saying something wrong, but it's meant to be used for child sexual abuse stuff.
Well, I mean, that's good. 100% that's good. But I mean, yeah, that's the problem, is like they roll it out that it's for this one thing, but then they're going to apply it to everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess.
Way to make me feel like shit, Amelie. Thanks. Sorry, keep going. Sorry. I'm like that dog from Up. Squirrel?
No,
you
you're
talked
good.
about declining calls, and yeah. All right, keep going. Sorry. Deal with me. All right, I'm here.
Well, you don't ever shut the hell up.
I don't. Your wife
All
told
right,
me the
go ahead.
same thing.
Go ahead.
I'm done. Well, because I was talking about Ty's call, and then she said, Well, after my best friend took his life, I never declined a call ever again.
Well, if you call Matt, he will decline your shit.
That's a lie.
It's a half lie. But
No,
Anyway.
you're good. You're good. You're good.
all right. Shit, now I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say. It was something about no,
That's what
I
I'm
remember what I
here
was gonna
for.
say. I remember what I was gonna say about like the whole child abuse thing. Is like, if we have all this shit in place, how does this shit keep being so prevalent? Like, why are there hundreds of thousands of kids going missing each year?
Because they don't want regular people being
Yeah.
child sex offenders. Because they want them for themselves.
Oh,
Yep.
there you go. There's a hot take.
It's not.
I
I don't think
like
it's a
it.
hot take. I completely. You weren't distracting
No.
Assembly. I'm just
No,
giving
look
that.
at certain countries that bring known pedophiles over there so that they can avoid prosecution. Come on.
Yeah.
man.
Yep, Israel does it
That's
all
how-
the time.
Yeah, so all these laws and little rules that they're even trying to make it so it's like a mental health thing. That's not a mental health thing. That's not something
Fuck
to be
no.
protected. They should be locked up and castrated.
Yep,
Yep.
100%. And you're even seeing that over here.
Mm-hmm.
There's been debates over there being AI to make fake CP and this type of shit.
That's crazy, man.
That's
And it's just like-
insane.
It's like, what the fuck are we even talking about?
And
right
then
now?
you have people trying to defend it on a legal level.
Yes.
Well, it's
Yes.
computer generated. What?
That don't
No.
make it
Yeah.
okay.
No,
Exactly.
like they're still feeding into this like evil shit, and damn well those people are paying for that shit. So there's somebody
Of
out there
course.
who's fucking making money off of it. Like, I don't know, dude. When you get into the kid shit, it gets real fucking dark, and like nobody ever wants to talk about that shit.
No, of course they don't. Of course they don't.
I mean, look
That's
at the
not a
Epstein shit.
headline. That's not a clickbait thing. People
Yeah.
are more likely to click on some more grandeur thing to something that's closer to them and something that makes them feel uncomfortable. It's all bullshit, man. It's all fucking part of this shit of guiding us down this storyline and keeping the blinders on. We're walking down the street like a horse in a parade with the blinders on, and what's in front of you is what you got. It's fucking crazy, dude. And more
dude,
people need to wake up to that.
And that's what I think a lot of this shit is. This Iran war, all this UFO shit coming out, the MK Ultra. This is all to just divert our attention, and it's done it successfully away from the Epstein files. Like, that is the real shit that we should be worried about, that we could change. But it's gone. It's not talked about anymore. And then if you do talk about it, they're going to rig your election against you, like they did
Nicholas.
Thomas Massie.
What's up, man? Sorry, again, I cut you off. Matthias said something very good. But Nicholas showed up and asked what it's about. We've been all over the place, man. We usually have a guideline we want to get into, but our chat is one of our biggest things. We love talking. And we're just talking about us being horses with blinders on, man, and how, we were just talking about people are using it as a defense, that child PDF, I don't want to say any more than that, but is AI now. And people are saying, well, it's okay because it's not real children. It's AI generated. No, still string this motherfucker up. String this motherfucker up.
Yeah, dude.
Like Queck said, castrate his ass. Like,
yeah, man.
Yep.
It's
100%.
Or chemically, either way.
It doesn't make it any better. Sorry, there's a fucking fly in here.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Schmidt?
Hey.
No, and I think Matthias is right.
They're already, yeah. Sorry, go on, Jay.
No, I was just about to say probably what you're about to say is they are trying to normalize it. Like you see it. Like the prison sentence they get is nothing. They go to these rehabilitation programs, all this shit. Like and you've seen these movements try to leech on to LGBT and all this stuff. You've seen these people try to leech onto it, and it's like, what the fuck are we doing?
And a cool part to me about that now is that you have even younger people that are quote unquote like old gay, and like, we want nothing to do with this. Like, this isn't what I want. Like, I want
generation trans say like, you lot have turned it into a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Robert M. Let me look at what's the last name. Nicholas. Go ahead, guys. Sorry. You know, I'm the
Robert
chat guy.
No, go ahead, Robert M. Yeah, dude. I don't understand our justice system and how these people do that and can still be walking. And it's, even when it comes to that, it's a fucking 2-tier justice system. You'll have these low-level guys who will, whatever, they go away for, 7 years. No, you're good.
So
they go away for 7 years.
That's what I'm saying. Just
this guy, this Robert M thing.
18
Basically,
years. That's it.
18 years more than
kill that
children.
motherfucker.
Some just a few months old, yeah, and he got 18 years only.
Murder.
Ow.
Horribly.
Ow.
Only 18 years.
Peel his skin back and fucking make him pay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be that way, but I really am.
No. That's how
Elderly,
everybody should be.
Children.
That's like getting a year for every 3 kids.
It's crazy, dude. It's fucking insane.
Pick him apart.
Dude, and that shit is not that's not the outlier. That's the norm. That's what happens. Well, meanwhile, this guy who allegedly shot Charlie Kirk, they're talking about giving them the death penalty. You're saying, look, I'm not promoting murder or anything. Murder is terrible. But you're saying that is worse than what this dude did? It's I don't get it, man. Nobody can justify the sentences that these guys are giving. Like it.
That's why I'm saying it needs to.
And you're 100% right, Mateus. The prison justice that you guys hear about, it isn't real.
Yeah.
Because nowadays they have specific prisons where these people go. They go to these specific prisons or these specific portions of these prisons, and they're all there together. Like, even in jail.
If they go to them regular prisons, they will get killed. They won't stand for that shit in there.
Yes.
And I think that stands for a lot of regular people. Like, put him in a room with some of us regular people. We're told no holds barred. You're not. No, I'm taking out my 38 years of anger on this motherfucker. Like, I'm doing some horrible shit. And maybe that's to say something against me, but fuck it. If that says something to me, something against me, that I will do horrific shit to someone doing that to a child, so be it, man. Let God judge me on that. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do horrendous, inhumane, horrible shit to this person. I'm sorry. Rant over.
Well, what's the
it's something I'm passionate about.
Most people think the same about that.
It's something I'm passionate about. Yeah, thank you, Schmidt. Like, if I got no holds barred for someone like that, oh yeah, I'm taking my fucking time and I'm being horrible.
100%.
Yes, that person, they have no place in society.
No.
Like you can never. I don't care what you say. You can never reform that person, and they don't deserve. Even if you could, they don't deserve reformation.
They don't deserve it.
You don't.
And that's the thing.
And
that's the thing I hate. And sometimes I even say it is, oh, they're sick. Nah, man. There's a difference between like, and it kind of goes into the serial killers and all this, but nah, man, they're not sick. You need to fucking, you need to erase this bloodline and make sure it's gone. Like,
that's when I think you get into real life evil.
Sick to me. Yeah,
Yes.
It's evil. It's evil.
Yes.
And you need to send a fucking message too, because I think that is a real thing. I will
It
say, I
is.
think that is a real thing. You have some other evil motherfucker out there, and then they see this shit, right? They see this dude get horrifically murdered, fucking spread across the street like I would do to him, just horrible shit. And then maybe they go, maybe I have these thoughts in my mind, but nah, man. Like I don't want to be torn apart piece from piece. I'm good. Then I've done my job.
That's the crazy thing too, is like, we don't do that. We don't send a message. We send the message that here's what happens is, like, they're going to go to a court date. They're going to spend probably a year in county. Then you're going to go to do 8 years in prison and you're going to get out on good behavior. Then they have these communities that they can all live in and just talk about what they did. Like, and here's the other thing that's crazy. And you're seeing it now where civilians are taking it up upon themselves. You see all the time with these predator catchers guys. They set these dudes up, and then when they call the cops, it's not all the time. I don't want to say it, but you do see it where the cops are irritated that these guys did this, that they went out of their way to catch these guys who were trying to hurt the kids in our community, and they're irritated at the dudes who caught them. Or sometimes they'll even arrest these dudes, and it's like, what is our justice system? This is what it's come to, where you're giving a guy shit for setting up a predator. Like,
I love
you
that
guys
guy.
should be doing this.
I love that guy, and he's gotten arrested so many times. And Matthias, I liked yours, and maybe we can work with bloodlines that are not going to continue. Joshua, you're getting kind of into eugenics there, but we can talk about it. Not right this second, but and I don't think there is fixing these people. Evil is evil. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
You know me. I like to monitor chat. And I agree, man. Like, to some of it, I know I'm not fixing them, but if I could rip someone apart in the streets for them to see what's going to happen to them and they won't act on it, then I'm okay. Like, I know I can't, like, sorry. Yep. FBI, I'm good. Handler,
No,
I'm good.
That's part of the justice system too, is like, we moved away from all this serious punishment, the death penalty, or even back when it was in the 1800s, they just hung you in town square. Imagine if that was the way it was. You did some shit to a kid, you get dragged out to town square, and that's it for you. You don't get to sit in prison for several years. You don't get to sit in prison for several years. And guess what? We pay for them.
No.
We are paying for these people to stay
tax
alive.
dollars that are paying for it. No. And hanging is too fucking easy, in my opinion.
Oh,
Quite
I agree.
honestly.
I'm just using it as an example.
I want to go back to the witch days, stone them, fucking do some crazy shit. Make a fucking point out of these people.
Yes.
Like, I know I'm a big person, and I know you are too. Like, I could quite possibly grab someone by their face and rip off some flesh. Like, I'm fine with that, man. I'm sorry. I get emotional when it comes to this shit, but I firmly believe it. Like, I would bite someone's fucking nose off. Especially if it came to my kids. Yeah. I'm not liable for anything I do if you ever touch my kids or my friends' kids or my family's. Like, I would be that guy, the famous one in the phone booth.
Yeah.
That turns around, fucking nope, but I'm not.
Yeah,
shooting.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm gonna bite and rip out your jugular vein on fucking national TV and let everyone know what fucking happens to people like you. Sorry, let's move on.
Even in the Bible, it paints a picture for people like that. But there's one verse where he basically says, like, if anyone causes, like, the children who believe in me to stumble or, like, offends them, it'd be better for them to have a large millstone hung around their neck and drown in the depths of the sea. But the word in Greek that he uses for stumble is to, like, it could be to make them sin, to corrupt them morally. It could be a few different things. But when it says corrupt morally, that's exactly what these PDF files are doing to children. So it's like, even there, it paints a picture of what kind of punishment these people would get. if that's gonna be a better option for them.
And Mateus said it. He said they incentivize it. Why else would they give such slaps on the wrist? And it's because these elites who are doing it, and they're doing the worst shit. They want the precedent set of what the punishment is, just in case they ever do get caught, because it's going to be less for them. That's why it's the way it is, and it's been happening forever. And those are the people who we don't hear about, or when we do hear about it, you get written off as a conspiracy and crazy.
Yeah.
Like the Pizzagate thing. Pizzagate, everybody says, oh, they were these crazy people, none of this shit ever happened. Then turns out we get the Epstein files, and what's all over that? Pizza, all this weird code language. Like, this shit is happening, and it's the people who are in charge of us. Like, it's insane. And even going back in history, when you look at the Finders cult, they were throwing witnesses in jail for bringing that shit up. Not the people who were alleged to have do the shit. They didn't even serve an ounce of time. They were throwing witnesses in jail.
So crazy, man.
Kill them all.
It is.
Kill them all. Stop this shit. Go back to old time fucking bullshit. You steal, chop off hands.
Yeah.
You like, because that shit works, man. I'm sorry,
Well, they
but
still
it works.
do that in certain
we-
places in Africa. They find out you've been seen or doing certain things, they'll drag you, beat you, and burn you in the street.
Yeah.
And it's a bit extreme, but I mean, like, there's certain things that would lead up to burning, obviously, but they don't take that shit lightly.
I got Asmongold is I like that. Asmongold has been going off, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Asmongold is on his shit, even though he's a dirty boy. But yeah, no. But this is also the problem, right? And I want to paint this for everyone in you too, Josh, was that maybe this is all also by design. And is all causing this separation, and is all this difference. Like, yeah, there's evil shit, and we're kind of getting to the point that we all believe these people should pay. But when you're focusing on one group of people, or you're focusing on this, like, white people are just as sick. I mean, maybe, you know, I will say religion and other things kind of promote maybe some other people to do certain things and say it's okay. We're not going to get into that, but still, there's sick white people out there. There's sick everything. And what is the Reckless Benz situation?
I'm kind of looking into it. I don't know anything about it. It's some court case going on. Has something to do with bricks and minifigs. I don't know nothing about this.
Some YouTube.
I'd have to look into it. Yeah, I'd have to look into it. But we're at 2 hours, almost 2 hours and 20 minutes. Probably wrap it up.
It's just getting good. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, you're looking at your phone.
I'm not looking at my phone.
You're looking at something.
I'm changing my diaper, dude. You said I couldn't
No,
pee
you're
for the
not.
rest of the episode.
No, you're not.
Don't say that, because Mark's been seemingly very excited about this
Hey,
type of stream.
I'll do it.
See, right as I mentioned it, he
Yeah.
asked again.
Yeah.
I
brought it
will
up.
do it. Let me try to find a diaper. I'm sure there are, because I'm sure there's 600-pound people that need diapers.
Don't do that.
It's your sentence when I'm sitting way back here with a fucking
Don't do it.
legs.
You know,
Don't do
if he actually gets a diaper and does a diaper stream, yeah, you and whoever put that picture and laughed in Discord are the people that caused it.
Yep. And I'm gonna sit back
I'm
and put my
telling you
finger
not
in my belly
listen.
button the whole fucking episode.
Don't do it. Once you go down
Who even
this road,
posted
there's
that
no
picture? I
going
think
back.
it was Jay. It was Jay. Yeah,
It was Jay.
It
was. It's your
will
fault,
have caused
Jay.
it if he does it.
Yeah.
No, that was a joke. It's different.
No, it's happening. It's happening now. It's happening now.
Once you go down this road, there's no going back. If you're putting a diaper on for 100, what are you going to do for 1,000? What are you going to do for 10,000?
No, now
You're gonna
you
put a
got to
diaper
do
on.
something. Now you got to do something.
I'm not doing it.
What do you care?
I don't
what
have
people
to-
think of you. Why do you
I
care
don't have
if
to
you
do
have to wear a
anything.
diaper on stream?
I
I'll
don't
get a
have to do
pacifier.
anything.
I'll get a pacifier too, and not say a word the whole stream. Just sit back here with my diaper on,
Just
with my
sucking on the
finger in
dummy.
my belly button, and sucking a pacifier. I'll just pull it out to drink my beer. That's it. And you now, Mark, you have to deal
Nah,
with
you have
it.
to get a beer and put it in like a tippy cup or a bottle.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Hey,
I'm
there
not-
we
I'm not
go.
doing
Yes.
anything.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah, there you
yep.
go, Jay.
What?
There we go. On camera.
No, not happening. Not happening with anyone.
I'm gonna drive up there and make out with you for the 1,000th follower.
No,
I'm
you
just
will
gonna.
not.
Rebecca
in the
will get in
diaper?
on it. Rebecca, no. Matthias said he has to make out with him, but I'm gonna show up behind him. You're gonna see that blurry, and you're gonna see some big diaper dude, because Rebecca lets me sneak into the house while we're on stream. Sorry, Jay. You gotta do it
he is
yourself
way-
tonight. And then I'll
he is
grab
way
him
too
by the
lazy to
face.
do that.
And I am.
It would never happen. I will be
You
doing
gotta
no
eat-
degrading things.
You gotta eat some of Poncho's shit cucumbers.
How is what are
What?
we talking about? I'm not doing anything like that. If you want to subject yourself to this,
Don't worry, guys.
you
I
can.
got you. You know, after this, we'll come up with something. And for 500, we're gonna make it a little harder this time. For 500,
I'm not saying I won't do anything, but I'm not doing anything stupid like that.
No,
I'm not
you're a
wearing
bitch.
fucking
It's okay.
diaper.
it's
If
okay.
I don't
Dante does
have
a
to do
diaper
anything.
for 100, it has to be beaten.
He's too proud. He's
That-
too proud. He's a
Look at the
backcountry
bar he-
Ohio boy.
Yeah, he's
Look
setting
at
the
the
bar high
bar.
straight
This-
away.
Yeah, exactly. This is my point. He's setting the bar this high at 100. You can only take this on for so long.
Damn, Jay, you're the hotter one. I know. He was
That's
just
not
here
true.
with me. He was
That's
just
not
here for
true.
a week, Matthias. Don't worry. I got my way, whether he knows it or not.
Yeah, why'd you think there was only one stream?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to
He
recover.
Me and Ty had our way with him.
That's a lie.
But all right, guys.
Do not
we
believe
appreciate
any
you.
of this degeneracy.
Believe it all. But we appreciate you all the newcomers. Joshua, thank you. Dave, I don't know if you're still here. Amelie, I mean, you've been here for a few episodes. Thank you all. We really appreciate you guys. The big part of this is talking and bouncing ideas off each other and arguing. So we appreciate you guys. Sorry for my rants. It's not going to stop. It's always going to be there. But yeah, that's it for me.
Oh yeah, Wednesday we will be back. Well, we'll probably be back Monday. We got to do the book review, but Wednesday 7:30 p.m. every Wednesday, Friday 7:30 p.m. Eastern time in the United States.
Later.
See you guys.